Hi everyone, today we will talk about selection. I am Jaya. These are my members, Rachel and Mark. Difference between recruitment and selection. Recruitment is the process of searching for potential employees and make them to apply for the jobs in the organization. Recruitment is a positive process, while selection process is which organizations make about who they will or will not be allowed to join the organization. Selection is a negative process. Selection is the process of choosing the most appropriate candidate from a pool of applicants for a particular job. It aims at appointing the right person at the right job. It is the process after recruitment. Systematic process of selection is for legal reason and not rely on gut reactions and good feelings about someone. The selection process. First is screening applications and resume. Next, conducting tests of the applicants. And third, interviewing. Next is performing reference checking or background investigations. And lastly is deciding whether to hire or not. First is applications and resumes. It includes application letter, company application forms, which includes contact information, work experience, educational background, technical experience, and lastly, resumes. This is an example of an application letter. An application letter includes the address, the position you're applying for, your competencies, and your contact number. This is an example of a company application form. Conducting tests of applicants. A lot of applicants are conducting employee testing than before. They are just one of the tools in the selection. Some tests need to be validated by interview, reference, and background checks. Different kind of tests. Ability tests, aptitude tests, performance tests, personality tests, and honesty or integrity tests. Ability tests. These are assessment instruments used to measure an individual's ability, mental or physical skills level. Aptitude tests measure the ability of a person to develop skills and their knowledge. Performance tests. It is a functional evaluation where a material, product, system, or person is not specified by detailed material or component specification. Personality tests describe aspects of a person's character that remain stable throughout that person's lifetime. The individual's character, behavior, thoughts, and feelings. Honesty and integrity tests. These tests are not commonly used in many companies. This is how valid and predictive are these tests or other descriptive behavior. The interview. This is the corner of the selection process. There is preparing for the interview, making a friend, eliciting information, observing behavior, concluding interview, and evaluating results of the interview. Preparing for the interview. The preparation is the key to successful interviews. The applicant is entitled to some privacy as he reveals about his or her personal matter about his life and his work. Making a friend. Showing that you appreciate their interest in joining the company. Offer him a seat and start with a small talk. Eliciting information. The basic rule is to avoid asking categorical questions. It would be different if you use open-ended questions. Using the what, why, how, open-ended questions. Questions about feelings allow you to explore how a candidate would react to some failure in his tasks or projects in the organization. Advantages and disadvantages of the interview. On one-on-one interview, interviewer can take down notes on the candidates, the important things about it. The interviewer can handle the candidate's behavior. Disadvantages. More than one candidates, the interviewer missed taking notes in important things. The interviewer is busy to listening the answers from the candidates. Observing behavior. There are two skills that you want to find out in the interview. Hard skills such as the computer savviness of an engineer or technician, typing prowess of a secretary, a CPA, are readily observable and can be checked from the PRC. Soft skills. These are the candidates who are undergraduate. Observe mostly the behavior of the candidates. This is the behavioral event interview. Concluding the interview. It is the final stage of the actual interview. Check on your notes to be sure that you have not missed any important information about the applicant. Allow the applicant the opportunity to ask questions. Tell the applicants that the interview is a two-way process. It is time for interviewee to project the good image of the company. Evaluating results of the interview. Number 1, evaluation. Do it immediately after the interview. One cannot trust on the memory. While it is true that you recorded highlights of the interview, not every detail can possibly be recorded unless the whole interview was electronically recorded. They have to be evaluated based on your own observations. Evaluating results of the interview. Number 2, evaluation. The results of the interview must be evaluated against certain criteria. Criteria are the variable factors set by the company against whom the applicant is measured. Some of organizations catalog observable employees hired for those past several years and make the assessment based off those criteria. List of criteria: intelligence, decisiveness, energy, results orientation, maturity, assertiveness, sensitivity, openness, thought-mindedness. Summary. Since people remain the foundation of any organization's success, the interview and selection process is one of the most critical aspects in the recruitment activity. Personal test is one of the important tools in the selection process, but it is not the end-all and be-all of selection. It has to be aided, supported, and validated by in-depth interview. That's all. Thank you for listening.